my god, say it isn't so. There's gonna be another game that's gonna cause so much rape and violence and every kind of thing that's on demand. Yeah, that what I would have said if I was social justice warrior or feminazi. Pretty much, there's a game now that they're arguing about now again, which is known as Overwatch. This game, pretty much the real reason they argue about it because she was in a progressive pose, I guess. And they're saying that it's gonna cause rape culture and guys to actually commit rape on other women. Here's the thought: it doesn't. There has been no proof that when it comes down to video games and rape, that it has anything to connect with those. Just because a guy play a video game with a female character in it, going in a provocative, pretty much pose, doesn't cause rape. I don't know why the hell they keep doing it. And truth be told, we already know why they're doing it. Mainly because they're doing this because they're not going to play the game, obviously. Because honestly, we already know when it comes to social justice work and feminists, they're not going to play these kind of games. Because they say, oh, it's for the male, because this has to do with the male's fantasy. Here's a fucking thought. When it comes to video games, it's not from anybody's fantasy. It's for either male, females, it's none of the above, truth be told. It's just for entertainment. But yet they don't care. They want to blame anything that doesn't have their point of views realized. And they want to go after this game because it has a female going into a very weird, I guess a very sexual pose. But the thing is, when I look at it, I'm like, okay, it's just a game. Truth be told, I wouldn't even have noticed the game, truth be told, if they wouldn't have said anything. I mean, when I look at this game, because honestly, I didn't even know about this game. But when I looked into it, I'm like, okay, this game looks pretty interesting. It's coming out May of 2016, and I may end up getting it. Who knows? Because honestly, they wanted to mention it and everything. But the main real reason they don't want this game to come out is mainly because this woman is not a giant whale. That's mainly why they don't like it. Not because of how she looked, not because of what pose she was. It's because it's not to their liking. See, they want games to be to their liking, so they'll play it. But the thing is, it fucks up pretty much for 95% of gamers. These feminists don't really care about gaming. These social justice warriors don't care about gaming. All they care about is pretty much their own gratification. And if they don't get it, they're gonna post, tweet, anything just so it'll go away. But guess what? If it does go away, then guess what? I'm gonna tell that company that made it that you're the biggest assholes and biggest dumbasses that can demand, because these people don't give a fuck about video gaming. They don't care how your game is. Truth be told, it can be an all-male game. They'll complain about that. It can be an all-female game. They'll complain about that. Pretty much the only kind of game that they like is something like Tetris, which honestly I played before, but truth be told, I don't really play anymore because it just got boring. I mean, I used to play it when I was a kid, but now, not really. But when I seen this game, because honestly, like I said, I didn't really see it too often, because honestly, I didn't even know it was coming out. It's so weird that they actually think that this is actually going to cause men to rape women, because I haven't heard of a single case like that. Now, there may be cases where a man would rape a woman or a woman would rape a man, and truth be told, they wanted to blame it on video games, because that has happened before. A lot of people have actually blamed games because of things like this, so they can get off the hook, just like the two girls in Slender Man kind of thing. But the thing is that just because somebody says it's like that, doesn't mean that that's actually true. And these feminists and these social justice warriors, they just want to say anything to get this game canceled, so this game will not come out, so they can feel happy and glad. So they'll say, oh, it's not triggering me. I'm like, tell me this, how's a girl who's showing her behind triggering you in any way? How is it triggering any person in any way? Because when I seen this game, when I seen the images of this game, I'm thinking to myself, okay, it seems very interesting because I didn't even know about it. Hell, if they would have kept their mouth shut, this would have blew through the radar for me, because honestly, I didn't really care that much. When it comes to first-person shooters, I really don't like playing them too often. I'll play them like once in a while, but after that, I'm pretty much gonna go to the next thing. I'd go to Final Fantasy, or sometimes I'll probably go to Destiny with my friends and stuff like that. But honestly, I don't even play that game anymore. I may go to Warframe, but yet they want to complain about this game because of a female character in it, and that's the one thing that actually aggravates me. I'm not trying to defend these female characters, because truth be told, when it comes to characters, I don't care if they're male, female, monster, alien, whatever. They can be as long as it's a game, I'm willing to see what it is about. But the thing is, these women, well, whatever they are, They wanted to say, oh, she's not to our liking. We want her banned because honestly, she was doing some kind of post that made us feel horrible, that made us triggered. I'm like, who gives a damn much your opinion? Hell, you're not even gonna play the game. Because honestly, I already know these feminazis and these social justice warriors, they're not going to play the game. They're just going to complain about it the whole time. See, the one reason that when I say a game sucks, at least I played it. These guys, these females, or males, or whatever they are, they haven't played anything. They just want to look at a certain image and say it's triggering them. Just like they did a Dead or Alive at Scream 3. They wanted to say that that was triggering. They wanted to say, oh, let's cancel this game because of the images that they had. And I know they couldn't have played the game because guess what? It hasn't even came out yet. And yet they want to get it canceled because of some females being on the cover. Here's a thought. Go fuck yourself, you stupid feminazis. Go fuck yourself, social justice warriors. And for the white knights who defend them, you're dumb as hell for defending something like this. Because truth be told, this isn't even a subject to even complain about. Something that this group ain't even gonna do or play. All they're gonna do is just whine and complain about it. Go on their Twitter or Tumblr account saying, "Oh, I don't like this game because it showed a female in a provocative pose." Tweet. And a lot of people say, "Have you played the game? Have you even tried to play it? Because you may like it. Who knows?" Because a lot of people who doesn't really like video gaming, they said, "Oh, it goes to the male fantasy." They played the game one time. They said, "Oh, I was wrong," because they never played the game. They said the same thing about Grand Theft Auto. Honestly, I consider that to be the most stupidest thing because they said, oh, because you can get safe from prostitutes and then run them up. I'm like, you can do that for most of the characters. Hell, when I played a game, when I played Grand Theft Auto, you know what I did when I beat the game? I hardly ever went to go to prostitutes. If I see the person, I just shot her just for the hell of it. Hell, I shot pretty much the whole police station so I can get some money out of it. But yet these feminazis and justice warriors aren't going to play it. They just want to complain about it. They want to have something to talk about. And this is giving them the perfect excuse. I'm not saying that, honestly, this game is a bad thing. Because, hell, I haven't even played it. Hell, if they want to say it, like I said, if they want to say anything, I wouldn't even bother trying to see what it's about. But yet they want to say something about it. I'm like, okay, let's see how this all goes. See why these people are whining so much about it. And guess why they're whining? It's because the woman actually was in a very weird, very provocative pose. Meaning because, in my opinion, it's because she's a woman. They're saying that they don't like the video game because she's a woman. That's mainly what it is. I mean, if it was a man in provocative pose, they would have said the exact. They probably wouldn't have said anything at that point, but they would have said, "Oh, this is going to the male fantasy because he had to rescue a woman." And I'm like, what? So you're telling me that most of the novels that most women read, there isn't a man actually saving a woman from something? You're telling me that? Because if I will say, when it comes to a game developer, they shouldn't have to they shouldn't have to actually ponder to your needs, even though you're not going to be the one that's playing it. Honestly, they should go for the people who are going to play it, that other 95% of the people who are talking about it, not for the rest of the 5 feminists and social justice warriors that's going to try to say something about it and not even pick up the game to actually play it and see how it actually is. So why don't you shut the hell up, you stupid feminists and you stupid social justice warriors? Because your opinion is moot in this point. We already know you're not going to play it. We already know that you have no intention of playing it. So why should we listen to people who aren't going to talk about the game, who are just going to talk about a simple image of the game? Because it's like they say, trailers can easily deceive. Images can easily deceive. But if you play the game, that won't deceive you. Hell, I've been deceived by video games all the time. I've been deceived by the trailers. Hell, when it came to Final Fantasy 13, I thought that was going to be a pretty good game, but guess what happened? It just didn't work out for me. I trusted on the trailer. And yet you feminists want to actually say, oh, this game is so bad? Play it and see what happens. And let's hear your opinion after you play it. So that's all I got to say for right now, and I will see you guys another time. Peace out.